You got to have a standard for yourself. You got to have a standard for yourself, and you got to stand on what you stand on. Because if you stand on what you stand on, a lot of times in a lot of situations, you're able to curve the things that you do not want to be associated with, things that you don't want to represent. When you have that understanding and when you stand on what you stand on, you can definitely be able to see what is what in a lot of situations. Do you feel me? You got to stand on what you stand on. Because maybe your relationships will go a little bit different. Maybe your business adventures will go a little bit different. When you have that understanding, a lot of times you're able to control the narrative when it comes to yourself and how you want to move, how your position is. Do you feel me? You got to stand on what you stand on. Because guess what? When you work for a corporation and you fill out that application online, whatever, they have standards that you have to meet. They have standards that you have to keep. Do you feel me? You have to stand on what you stand on out here, man. Do you feel me? You know, it's funny because when you work for these companies, especially, the bigger corporations and things like that, if you really look at those applications, the terms and conditions, the standards that you have to upkeep, why that doesn't apply in your everyday life? I'm just saying. Why that doesn't apply in your everyday life? Having a standard for yourself. Having a requirement that folks have to meet. Do you feel me? You have to stand on what you stand on. Now, when you're young, you're trying to figure it out. I get it. And unfortunately, whether you're young or not, when you don't have a standard for yourself, somebody else is going to have you do their standards. Do you feel me? So you have to stand on what you stand on out here, man. Do you feel me? See, I give it to you, man. Sean B. Stoller, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave a comment or two. This is what I bring to you. Good conversation, self-motivation, and self-improvement, self-care. Do you feel me? What I bring to you on this mic. So, yeah. Stand on what you stand on. Because guess what? In most of your relationships, especially, whoever you're dating, marrying, or married, when you have a standard for yourself and you stand on what you stand on, the one that you're dating, a lot of them will respect that because they know what they can expect from you. They know what they're going to get from you. See, the key to all is for you to know how to move out here, and that's where what? You have to learn your position. Try to stay dedicated to what you truly want to be and do. Now, of course, there are stepping stones, there are obstacles that you have to maneuver through. But the end game, the end goal, you have to stand on what you stand on out here. Do you feel me? But in a relationship, I promise you, when you have a standard for yourself, you have expectations of yourself, whoever you're dealing with is going to respect that. If the smart ones will. But the flip side of that, you have to produce. You have to be who you say you're going to be. You got to stand for what you said you're going to stand for. Do you feel me? You have to stand on what you stand on. Because guess what? If you out here working, even if you're doing a business venture, they're going to expect you to produce what you said you were going to do. They're going to expect what you signed on that contract, what you signed under the terms and conditions for. They're going to expect that production from you. Do you feel me? You have to stand on what you stand on. And like I said, even people you dealing with, friends. Like I said, that friend word is a big thing for me, because if you're a real friend, that comes with standards. If you somebody I'm associated with, and like I said, we have a long history with, there are requirements. Do you feel me? You have to stand on what you stand on out here, man. As soon as you can figure that out, maybe your life go a little bit different. You know? When folks want you to do some type of activity that you don't want to be associated with. When folks want you to, get out here and do some type of criminal activity. When you know what you stand for, you know what you're willing to do, and you know who you're standing for, I'm pretty sure it would go a totally different way. So that's the key to all of this. You have to know your position. You got to know what your standards are, and you stand on what you stand on. Do you feel me? Because unfortunately, when you're young and you're trying to figure out your standard, unfortunately, that's when you're the most vulnerable. That's why it's important to have good people around you that's really looking out for your better interests, not just for themselves. That's why it's very important of those things. And also, watching me, Sean B. Stoller. See, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you good game, man. Self-motivation. And hopefully some type of inspiration. Do you feel me? You got to stand on what you stand on. And unfortunately, not everybody going to make it, man. You can watch pretty much any of these action movies, Good Friends. Unfortunately, not everybody going to make it to the end. But it's all about understanding where you're at in life and understanding what you're committing to, what you're willing to do to get you where you need to go. But the key to all of this, you have to have a standard for yourself. Because like I said, if you work somewhere, they have a standard that you have to keep to continue working here. Do you feel me? Stand on what you stand on. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. You want to know what I'm doing more on my day-to-day? Go ahead and follow me on IG, Sean B. Stoller, same name. You can and if you're trying to find me even more, you can go to SeanBstoller.com. Do you feel me? But on a serious note, you do have to stand on what you stand on. Because I can promise you this. I can't guarantee nothing, but I can promise you, you will have better results for yourself when you have a standard for yourself. And the only way you can figure all this out is that you stay dedicated and stay motivated to pushing yourself to who you truly want to be. For myself even included. I do this YouTube thing. This is my passion right now. But I actually have a regular job that I go to. But I'm not dedicated. I'm not focused that I can work 60 hours a week, be there for my family as much as I can, and still give you these YouTube videos. Because I have a goal that I'm trying to meet, that things I want to achieve. And I'm in my 40s right now. And I'm still not done. I mean, I'm doing pretty well in my life, but I'm nowhere near where I truly want to be. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but the code, basically the code to all of this is me continuing to pursue things, getting after things, staying dedicated to things, staying motivated, keep pushing myself to another level. Because I don't feel like I'm done. I don't feel like I'm nowhere close to that. But that the key to all of that is what I'm saying. What I'm saying to myself is what I'm saying to you. You have to stand on what you stand on and stay motivated, stay focused, stay getting after it and making it happen for yourself. Do you feel me? Because it don't matter what's going on. Hey, man, it is what it is. Some things I can change, some things I can't. I can't focus on the things I can't change, but I can focus on me. I can focus on my family. I can focus on things that I want to be and where I want to go. Do you feel me? Like I said, I give it to you on this mic. I give you that sauce, man. You can hit that subscribe button. You can share it. Leave a comment. It's cool. Waste a little water. We're going to keep it going. I'm feeling good right now. But you got to stand on what you stand on out here. Because what happens is, especially in the work world, out there on the streets, whatever you into, if you don't have a standard for yourself, somebody is going to give you your standards by what they want you to do for them. That's why it's important for you to find out more of who you are, what your standards are, and stand on what you stand on. Do you feel me? Because while I work basically in logistics, a lot of guys, some ladies too, and most of my fellas, when I talk to them, a lot of times, we have conversations about, their friends, family, and, people, trying to get into the corporation or whatever. But the key of our conversation usually goes like this. Whoever that's trying to get to the next level in life or trying to rebuild their life are hindered or was affected by choices they made early on in their life by not having a standard, doing some type of criminal activity or, being associated with things they truly didn't want to do or be, but it affected their life where they just now, in their late 30s, mid and late 30s, just now figuring it out. That's why I'm saying this to you. You have to have a standard for yourself. Because pretty much everything you do, when you're on your cell phone, when you're on the internet, there are standards you have to meet and keep. Do you feel me? So why that cannot be applied in your everyday life? There's nothing wrong with standards. They got to be realistic, but it's nothing wrong with standards. Hey, man, you either going to have your standards or you're going to work in somebody else's standards. Do you feel me? And that's why you need to keep watching me. Because I don't have all the answers. A lot of this is my own experiences. I'm not talking about what somebody else did and where somebody else worked. Because like I said, I do this. I still work every day, 60 plus hours a week. I still bring you this, this sauce on this microphone. I still spend time with my family when I can. And I still work. That's just me, Sean B. Stoller. So if I can do this, I know you can do it. And I'm nowhere where I want to be. But I'm pursuing it. I'm getting after it. I'm staying focused. Staying dedicated. Do you feel me? So you got to stand on what you stand on. And the other part to all of this is what I'm saying now is that you got to be able to stay motivated. I don't care if it's people around you. Maybe you need to, chop off some of the people, maybe not have them around you as much. If they're not help motivating you, if that's what you need. Because everybody is not going to be able to go. Not everybody is going to make it. I mean, you can watch any of those action movies. Usually it's your close friend, close relative, close loved one. Yeah, they was there for you. But they just they couldn't make it to the end of the movie, man. You got to stand on what you stand on. Do you feel me? You got to have those standards, man. And it applies pretty much in anything that you do in life. There is a standard and there is this understanding that you have to have. Because like I said, your cell phone, internet connection, whatever networking that you associated with, there's a commitment, there's a standard, there's a terms and conditions. Do you feel me? So you got to stand on what you stand on out here. And through all of that, if you have a family, you have somebody, that's close to you, that's there for you, you got to show them love too. Show them some support. Because you can't lose yourself in the process. Like I said in my other videos, go back and watch my good game, man. Like I said, I give you all this on these different videos, man. Go back and watch. But you can't lose yourself in the process. And you can't forget to tell them ones that's there for you that you appreciate them. Because all of that will help you find who you are. Help you find your standard. And a lot of times help you stay motivated to what you truly want to be. Do you feel me? Let me see, who was this? Okay, I ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, I'll hit him back later. But like I said, you got to have a standard out here, man. And stand on what you stand on. Because somebody else is going to give you that understanding. And somebody is going to give you those terms and conditions. And unfortunately, we all going to have to deal with that. It's just, because we all associated with some type of network. But the key to this, you got to have your standards of yourself. How far are you willing to take things? And certain things you're just not going to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not being weak. You're not being a punk. You're not fake. You're not none of that. I don't believe in none of that negativity. I believe in this. You just got to know yourself to the degree where you have a standard of yourself and stand on what you stand on out here. Because in America, there's so many different things. There's so many different, levels to life that we have here, which I love. But if you don't have a standard for yourself, you'll be gobbled up out here, man. You'll be eaten like a steak out here, man. You know what I'm saying? In many different ways. Because you don't have a standard. You don't have an understanding of yourself. And you're not focused enough to recognize what's going on. So that's why I said you need to understand yourself, understand your position, and don't lose yourself in the process. Do you feel me? So you got to stand on what you stand on. You know? And I appreciate anybody watching my channel. If you want to know more about my day-to-day, you can follow me on IG, Shine B. Stola. You know? So, check me out, man. I appreciate anybody watching my channel because I know it's a lot of channels out there. It's a lot of podcasters out there. I appreciate any few minutes, seconds, or 30, 40 minutes that you spend watching my videos. I appreciate you. Thank you. Because I do this for you and myself too. I like doing these videos. This is my passion. And we're making it happen. Got a lot more content to come. Because I got a standard for myself. Do you feel me? And you got to stand on what you stand on. Do you feel me? You know, shout out to my subscribers too, man. Some of y'all be hitting me. Yeah, I like when I do that. Do you feel me? So I appreciate that. I'm all, you know what I mean? I like doing that. That's just my little thing I like to do. So I appreciate y'all, man. You know, shout out to all my subscribers. I be hitting me, Facebook. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all, man, for sure. Do you feel me? You know, it's the weekend. I'm going to spend some time with my family. Try to do something this weekend. Like I said, I work extremely hard. But I don't forget to bring y'all this content, though. So I'm going to probably put out another video soon in the next day or two. So be on the lookout for that. I got this real big topic I've been really researching. I'm not going to talk about it because I got that sauce. I don't want nobody touching the sauce. But I got this real big piece I'm going to do. I've been doing research, so I'm going to make sure I have the links for it when I discuss this topic. But this is really, I'll say it's a California thing. And that's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? It's a California thing. And it's a real big one. So I'm really getting all my ducks in a row. I'm getting all my research right. You know, my links right. Because I'm going to be touching on some real serious topics in California. So I'm going to just say that, you know, and that's coming soon. But thank you to everybody or anybody that watch my channel. I appreciate you. I am Shine B. Stola. Until next time. Peace.